All right. Go ahead.
After that sort of slow start, was there a conscious effort by your guys just to direct the puck at the net as much as possible? It seemed like it was shooting for every.
No, we just had a little, we had an opportunity to reset a little bit, whether with one of the TV timeouts, and I thought the response was, really good by our team. Number one, you could have a realization that we haven't had a real good start. We got to get going. The disallowed goal obviously is something that's a turning point right there. But it's only a turning point if you take advantage of it and get going. And our guys got going at that point in time.
When you reset, was it about what you weren't doing, or was there an adjustment that needed to be made?
No, we tweaked a couple things on in terms of our line combinations and things like that, but that's a small part of it. The guys just got going. I mean, that's again, that's good veteran leadership. That has a realization of what's happening at that point in the game and knows what needs to happen. Well, that has to be a part of it. If you have a three-man attack, I don't care if it's getting up ice or in the offensive zone, you're going to have a tough time offensively. So, for our guys in the back end, I think Leachy does a really good job with them in terms of preaching, making that first pass and then supporting the rush and being intelligent in how you join the rush, getting up ice. Same thing in the offensive zone. So it's nice to see those guys get rewarded. Like you see, Hayden came back in the lineup a couple nights ago, played very well. And then, tonight to see him get rewarded with, some of the offensive stats that he had and still play very well defensively that's a really good sign.
Within your system, yes, for the defense, it's about getting shots from the point, but how do guys know they have the freedom to maybe jump in this play? Like, is it one of those things where it's a read and react to it, or like, what is kind of the message about, hey, if you see something, just go in and do it, you're going to have support on that?
Well, no, every part of the game is, involves five people. Five people working on the same page, and that doesn't mean it's scripted, because in the game of hockey, it's not scripted. But there is a baseline expectation of roles in different situations, and from there it's guys being able to be free and use their own instincts to be able to go and make plays within the structure, and we're slowly starting. We're getting there. You're seeing more of that. Naturally come into play, as some of that chemistry and some of the familiarity really comes together.
Dave, sorry, go ahead.
Puck possession in the second period, the numbers are pretty drastic and dramatic. Is that what you were looking for tonight, or is there still more that you want to see?
Oh, there's always a little bit more, but we did a good job in the second period. We weren't able to extend the lead. But overall in the second period, that's a good 20 minutes of hockey for us, based off of a lot of hard work by our guys, and we did it against that's a good team. That's a hard-nosed team. That's a competitive team, and obviously they showed that with some of their pushback in the third period. But that was a good second period for our group.
So, Dave, you and the players this week have talked about getting inside, getting in front of that net. Your assessment of that tonight for the team?
First 10 minutes, we didn't come near the blue paint. After that, we did a good job, including the first goal, right? That ignites us, and that's getting inside and getting to the net. Now those are, that's a point shot from out high, but we also had some good looks that were to get inside to our F3 and find those opportunities inside as well. So the combination of those two was good, and that's you want to see that on a nightly basis.
On Tuesday, you made it seem like even though it was a 5-1 win, you kind of indicated there's some areas that you thought you could really improve on, execution-wise, things like that. I'm curious how you thought the execution was in general tonight.
Every game is a little bit different. You know, there's stretches. Like I said, we didn't start good tonight. You know, our start was pretty slow. We were back on our heels, but it was nice to see the realization of that. And you know, more importantly, the ability to push back when we needed to in the first period. You know, throughout the game, I thought we competed really hard tonight, and that was one of the things we knew we had to do against this hockey team. There are no shifts off out there. There is no easy ice. So more so even than the execution side tonight. I liked how hard we played together. I thought little things that nobody pays attention to. Getting pucks out on the wall and winning some of those battles and being able to control those pucks and get out and get going north. Those are some of the little areas of the game that don't draw a lot of attention, but we were solid in those areas tonight.
As hard as you guys worked in the second period, you're only up by a goal, and then Kaprizov gets the breakaway in the last 10 seconds. How big a momentum swing or even a mental swing was it in the dressing room after when you have Grubauer make the save there and you don't have to go inside?
Yeah, that's huge save at a key time, obviously, and he's Kaprizov is one heck of a player. I mean, he is dynamic. He is a game breaker. And he doesn't need a whole lot of room to create something out of nothing. And that save by Gruby in that spot put us in a great position coming into the third period.
Hey, Dave, it seemed like you did a good job on that Kaprizov line, and it felt like you made them play on their own end a lot tonight. What was the key to making that happen?
Well, Yarny, Gordy, and Tanev on the left side did an outstanding job just of working and grinding low. And they continued to generate offensive opportunities. But I thought that was one of the big keys. A lot of those situations and a lot of those shifts, by the time they were able to come out of the zone, they had been playing defense for a little while, so that takes a little bit of the energy away and a little bit of your ability to go up ice and play on the offensive side of the puck. So I thought that was key for the Gordy line tonight.
Thanks, Dave.